All right, Coach, gentlemen, thanks for coming up. Coach, if you want to just start us off, just your general thoughts on a game. One of the largest crowds in memory, and you guys, we're certainly up to the task here today against a tough Saint Anselm.
Yeah, thank you. Classy team, St. A's, very skilled. But I thought we matched everything in the first half pretty well. I thought our rebounding was good. Interior toughness was pretty good. And we hit enough shots. I thought the beginning of the second half we got hurt. Just really not being, where we needed to be offensively, getting things done there. And I think that hurt us a little bit. But we got a lot of toughness on this team. And we kept fighting back, but just, we put ourselves in a little bit of a hole. And, St. A's is good. You can't keep coming back in every game expecting, something magical to happen. And so we feel good about our season. We wish we had more, but we wish St. A's good luck. It was a tough game.
What did they change anything defensively in that second half? The first 8-9 minutes kind of opened it up to like 10 or 11, and then the rest of the half, your boys would make a run, but they couldn't get it under like 5 or 6.
I thought they did a better job interior-wise in the beginning of the second half. I thought we got the ball inside a couple of times, but it wasn't as easy. I thought in the first half we seemed to have more success. We seemed to be able to finish and everything like that. But in the beginning of the second half, towards the middle of the second half, I thought so. I think we fell in love a little bit of the jump shot. We hit some, but I feel for us we need to go downhill to be successful. If you look at the stats, we didn't have a great shooting night, so we wanted to go inside. I thought we did the game plan correctly. We just didn't hit enough inside in the beginning of the second half.
If you could talk a little bit about the seniors and what they've done for the program. You've had an amazing run these last few years.
Yeah.
Should have been here 2 years ago, in my opinion. And,
right.
Obviously, you got the chance, and you made sure you got here this year.
Yeah.
If you could just talk about what it's been like to coach these guys.
Yeah, it's really been great, Chris. Curtis is a guy who, really has played a lot right from the very beginning. And he grew as a captain, as a leader with each year. And, when we didn't make it a couple of years ago, and that's the way it goes, he kept going and kept working and kept leading and kept getting better. And over time, he really connected well with Nick Corbett. And that created something new in a combination past 2 years ago. And it became something special. And to go with just being just a tremendous defender, which is what we're predicated on. Even though we score, we preach defense, and we have to be defensive-minded first. So Curtis was great, and his offense just continued to clean up as each year went on. And Mike Torre, we talk about Curtis and Nick. Now you throw a third scorer in. I don't know what he wanted to average for the year, probably about 14 or 15 points a game. And that put us over the top in the tight games. We couldn't have made a run like this without 3 scorers, in my opinion. And Mike's edginess and toughness and rebounding and, just his strength and inner calm in games, I think helped us. So, and Mike his senior year was just tremendous. So, I feel like they really had a great year, and they should be very proud of themselves. And, the other 2 seniors had very big roles. They're not with us, but Chris O'Reilly hit 2 big foul shots last weekend against Bridgeport, and Derek Okampola had some big minutes as well. So, as well as today. So, really proud of this group, and they should be proud of themselves. They had a great year, and they can always look back saying that they cut a net down.
Mike, your stick back with a half a second left at Bridgeport, obviously the reason you're even here. If you could talk about how physical this game was. I know in one session there you drew 3 fouls in 1 possession and got a shiner there. Can you tell us about what it was like to play in trenches today in a very physical game, it appeared?
Today was just whoever wanted it more for me. I felt like I had to do the dirty work, and which I'm proud of myself for being able to take on the other team's biggest guy. 24 today, he's a great player. Played against him. He's got a couple inches on me, a couple pounds on me, but I think that being able to play in the trenches, as you said, like being able to bring toughness, brings energy to the game and to my teammates. So I felt this year like that's been my role and like that's my job to do. So I mean, it was pretty easy for me, but it's also a tough thing. Like you said, I got the black eye, but it's all worth it. Just got to play the game I love.
Curtis, there was, Saint Anselm's got some guards that can really shoot it. What was it like having to defend them, you and Nick, having to go against years and ball?
We were prepared for it. We knew that was what they were going to do. They were going to go out there. They were going to shoot the ball and shoot the ball well, which they wound up doing. And it was just another task on our list that we had to go out and defend. And I think we did a pretty good job of, excuse me, making it a tough time for them for the most part. And we let them get free at the wrong times and then open things up for them during that stretch. But it's something that me as a defender and a defensive-minded player, I think I look to take on those challenges, and it was something that I was excited for to take on. So, just continue to improve in my eyes is what I look to do, and that was what we came out and worked, and that's what we did over the whole season. So,
Mike, you had a couple putbacks, I think very early, maybe even the first couple possessions of the ball game, and then that second foul came in the first half, and then the third foul early in the second half. Did you have to sort of adjust the way you approached sort of that toughness game inside, knowing you were in foul trouble?
For me, when I get in foul trouble, I try to push it to the side, and not to. Most players will get worried, but sometimes you just gotta just trust that whatever you're doing is the right thing, and you're as long as you're working hard and you're playing your heart out. I think that it's important to realize how hard you're working and be able to not worry about fouls. Even though it might look like it sometimes that you're worried about fouls, but for me, I'm just going out there. I knew like it could potentially be my last game, but I didn't want it to, so I just was working my butt off, just to be able to move on to the next. But unfortunately, it didn't work out.
And Curtis, to that end too, I've noticed a couple possessions where, you were even telling coach that, look, I'm good. I can still defend to my potential and my level, looking to take on those challenges like you were talking about.
Yeah, I mean that's always how I am, and I feel like I try to coach trusts me a lot to be conscious of the fact that when I'm actually in foul trouble, which I'm not often in that position, but when I am, he trusts me. I think I have a good consciousness of dictating the flow of the game and how the whistle's going. So it's just something that I try to not over worry about, because then you take yourself out of the game plan and you're not defending the way that you're supposed to be, and now you're a weakness to the team rather than a strength, which I try to continue to be. So it's something that you just have to be kind of mindful of, which I was to an extent, but not worrying about it in any way, shape, or form.
Coach, it seemed like that sort of communication is something you encourage with not just these guys, but the rest of the group as well.
We're built on toughness, and there's teams that are more skilled than us, right? There are multiple guys, and so we want people that want to overcome, and we have people that are resilient, and we talk about that in our culture every day. So I trust these guys. I mean, you can't run a basketball program without giving confidence. You got to give confidence to guys. You got to give them an opportunity to shine. And that doesn't mean that there's not going to be some cracks and some issues you got to fix. But, I thought we showed what kind of program we are. Even though it was an abbreviated trip to the NCAAs, I'm proud of our guys. And, it's a good group of seniors.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.